The International Children's Day coincided with the release of the 2019 Global Education Monitoring Report. The report reveals little progress in integrating refugee children into national education systems of host countries. It shows a worrying trend in the increase of the number of refugee school-age children, which has grown by 26% in the past 18 years.
Some countries, Uganda for instance, hosts the largest number of refugees in the region, and Kenya specifically is among the 8 out of 10 countries hosting the most refugees in the world.
Education CS Amina Mohamed, who led the launch in Nairobi, says the number of refugee children is putting pressure on an already overwhelmed national education system.
The displaced and migrant communities, when they are able to actually go to school, exert additional pressure, and we in Kenya are very, very familiar with that, because as you know, we have 100% transition from primary to secondary school. And when we embarked on that policy, the first thing that we noticed is that it exerted a lot of additional pressure on strained educational infrastructure and facilities.
Amina is calling on war-torn countries to heighten peace-building initiatives so as to ease the burden of refugees. With radicalization being one of the major causes of war and terrorism, Deng Ye from the Ministry of Education in South Sudan urged countries to invest more in education of the youth.
We need peace in Africa because by 2050, Africa is going to have 2.4 billion people. More than 70% of the people of Africa will be youth. And if the youth of Africa are involved in conflicts now, and they continue to be involved in conflicts in 2050, we will have a bigger disaster in the world.
UNESCO Assistant Director General Serfine Achieng challenged Kenya to ensure full inclusion of refugee learners who are still living in refugee camps.
Thanks to the combination of these three important levels of actions and the commitment, the political will, the financial investment as a consequence, and as I told you before, the long-term perspective, I think that we can really build a good strategy for education for migration.
The 2019 Global Education Monitoring Report calls for policy changes to bridge the gap if access to education for all is to be achieved as part of the Sustainable Development Goals. Reporting for Channel One News, I am Serfine Achieng, Oma.